Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, my subscribers on YouTube, my peeps on Facebook, everybody at the new home of WCC 24/7, and of course everybody at House of Nerdum. It is the dear UG here for his WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view predictions. As many of you know, Extreme Rules is this Sunday night, live from New Jersey. For the love of God, let's hope the Jersey Shore cast ain't there, or else I'll be throwing a coconut at my television. By the way, this is the 6th in the Extreme Rules event in history, and it will be on the WWE Network. As many of you know who have DirecTV or Dish, you cannot watch it on them. Now, of course, if you have cable, that's totally different. Now, of course, Extreme Rules, like I said, is this Sunday night, which is great. You know, because to be honest, you know, the NBA playoffs, again, near the end of the round one. Same with NHL. They will be ending tonight, hopefully. But just to give you a little history of Extreme Rules, and I will be doing this on the main event as well. Extreme Rules originally started back in 2009 as its own pay-per-view, but as many historians know, it was also used for at least 2 one-night stand pay-per-views as well, back in 07 and 08 respectively. Now, so you got that as well. Keep that in mind when you're talking about your worst and best match. So, I want to know, what was your favorite match and worst match from Extreme Rules past? We're also going to count the one-night stand pay-per-views as well, since they were a precursor for these. So you can count them as well. Now, under the Extreme Rules banner, John Cena has never lost at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, since it's gone under the Extreme Rules. So I'm not counting this is not counting 07 or 08. This is counting 09, 2010, 2011, 2012, yeah, 09, 010, 011, 012, and 05, yeah, and last year's. He's won 05 of his matches, and he's main evented 3 of those 5 pay-per-views. Of course, if you want to know what they are, it was the infamous duct tape match, him versus Batista, last man standing. Then when he went against John Morrison and The Miz in a steel cage, and then of course Brock Lesnar in the Extreme Rules match. But we're here to talk about this Sunday's pay-per-view now. So let's get this started. Of course, we have on the pre-show El Torito with the Flying Guacamoles. Los Matadors. Yeah. Taking on Hornswoggle, who will be accompanied with a 3-man band. Woo! And a Wii LC match. In better words, it's TLC for midgets. And this is on the pre-show, by the way. So, yeah, if you want to watch it, I recommend you watch the pre-show. If you don't, well, I can understand. Now, I'm going to take Hornswoggle on this one. I actually like Hornswoggle more than El Torito, because every time I see Los Matadors and El Torito, all I keep thinking is, these are not, we know who they are, and I'm sorry. Unless you are related to Tito Santana, you do not have permission for me to be a Matador. And if anybody knows what I'm talking about, good for you, you get a cookie. Moving on to the pay-per-view matches, we have the Intercontinental Championship. Big E Langston takes on Bad News Barrett. Big E's been champion now for about a good few months. As many as you know, Bad News Barrett recently won the #1 Contenders tournament. He defeated Dolph Ziggler in the first round. In the semifinals, he defeated Sheamus, which surprised a lot of people. And then, of course, this past Monday, he defeated Rob Van Dam, even though he did have some help in that. But technically, he had help. Now, of course, Wade Barrett is no stranger to the Intercontinental title, as he's had it previously 3 times. Now, Big E Langston currently is holding in. He won it November 18th of 2013. He's had it for about 163 days straight. Unfortunately, Big E, I got some bad news for you. I think Wade Barrett's going to win the belt and bring that title home to the United Kingdom. So my pick is Bad News Barrett. By the way, this is a normal match as of right now. Moving on, the next match, Bray Wyatt takes on John Cena in a steel cage. Now, these guys have been feuding since the Rumble, give or take. John Cena thinks he has to win, or so Bray Wyatt's message doesn't get out. I hate to tell you this, John Cena. Yeah, a lot of us like Bray Wyatt more than you, and that's just a simple fact. I'm going to be honest here. I think the problem with Cena, everybody says it's his move list. I don't agree with that. I've said it for years. The character is dull as shit. Okay, I'm sorry. But I'm going to say, you know, everyone's like he needs to go heel. I wouldn't say heel turn, because that's what everyone's talking about. So I'm going to talk about that for a second. Everyone's like, oh, Cena should go heel. It would save him. I don't think a heel turn would work. What you need to do is just change the character a bit. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but since everybody already compares him to Superman, why don't we just have him become the Injustice Superman, you know? Thinks he's the good guy, but in actuality, he's doing villain things, you know? Granted, I'm sure some people like, Bo Dallas is going to get involved in this match to save Cena, since a lot of people compare Bo Dallas to being the next John Cena. But John Cena is undefeated at the pay-per-view, and while Wyatt may have his two courts on the outside, you can always get into a cage very easily, climbing or going through the door. If this was Hell in a Cell, I would believe it. Steel cage match, you could still get involved. You know, come out from under the ring and cut a hole in the ring. Anyway, I'm going to take Bray Wyatt on this one. Now, of course, I took him at WrestleMania. That did not happen, but Bray Wyatt still looks good in the loss. I think at this point you have to let Bray Wyatt win. Because if you have John Cena win again, you're killing the Wyatt character. And that is not good for business. There's a lot of people who like Bray Wyatt and the fans. Trust me, I'm going to say it now. If Bray Wyatt loses, that place will be so loud with boos, it's not even funny. Okay, it'd be like, since it's in New Jersey, I'm going to use a football term here. It'd be like the Washington Redskins winning the Super Bowl in New Jersey. It would be booed by Giants fans everywhere. Okay? Moving on. Paige takes on Tamara Snuka for the Divas Championship. Now, of course, Paige defeated AJ the day after WrestleMania. Congratulations to that. Water. And, of course, Tamara Snuka won a Battle Royal on the main event to get the shot at the title. Now, a lot of people believe Tamara Snuka and AJ Lee have switched roles, kind of like Shawn Michaels and Diesel did a few years ago. Yeah, I know I'm pulling that out of my ass. But I'm going to take Paige on this one. You know, I think Tamara Snuka does have the power advantage. I think Paige's submission ability will get it a win. And by the way, I think this will be a pretty good, decent Divas match. I mean, Paige is making the Divas division better day by day. Of course, I've seen her on NXT, and I know her independent one, and I know her family is very proud of her, probably. Tamara Snuka, while she comes from comes from the Snuka family, I think she would do well in this match. I think this will be a better Divas match than people are going to give it credit for. So I'm going to take Paige up. Next, six-man tag. Revolution taking on The Shield. Now, oh, but I'm probably going to piss somebody off here. Now, of course, at the last one I did, WrestleMania, I picked Kane and the Outlaws, I believe. Yeah, that kind of blew up in my fucking face. Because I thought, hey, one of them's probably going to turn on the Shield, and the Shield will beat us Ben, but apparently not. By the way, don't get me wrong, guys. I like Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. I don't see anything in Roman Reigns. To be honest, that's just my opinion. I'm sure there's people who say they see nothing in Dean Ambrose or Seth Rollins, but hey, it's opinions. We all have them. But I would be very surprised if Shield wins this one. I think if WWE is smart, you keep building this feud up with Evolution and the Shield. You keep it building. To me, and to be honest, I don't think it's fair. It's just a normal six-man tag. To me, and this is why I'm hoping for this feud continues, because there's only one way this feud should end, and that's in a War Game situation. Kind of matching us. Say if it goes to Survivor Series, I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that if it went to Survivor Series or SummerSlam. But if it's just if it's just a short feud, that'd be sad, in my humble opinion. Just sad, because this could work very well. You can make a buttload of money. I'm going to take Evolution in this one, and I think they will start off with the advantage. Up next, Extreme Rules match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Daniel Bryan takes on Kane. To be perfectly honest, I love Kane, and I love Daniel Bryan more. I remember his Ring of Honor days. But let's be honest here. Kane was only put in this just because of the fact Orton and Batista with Triple H now doing the Evolution thing again. So Kane, and this is why I don't think Kane's going to win. It would be out of left field. It would be it wouldn't make sense. You know, granted, Daniel Bryan's got the living shit beat out of him, but Kane gets it after only entering the title picture about, what, 2 weeks ago, give or take? So, yeah, Daniel Bryan, if this had longer build-up, I might have took Kane, but not enough build-up for me. I got to take Daniel Bryan on this one. Kane winning would make no sense whatsoever. Up next, 2-on-1 handicap match. Alexander Rusev with Lana taking on Xavier Woods and Archer. Yeah, let's be honest here. There is no way in hell Xavier Woods and Archer the win in this match. They're pretty much feeder for the greatest athlete in the world, Alexander Rusev. He's going to win this match. This probably will be, unfortunately, the worst match on the card. Not because of the fact the wrestlers suck. You know, I don't think R-Truth is that good. Xavier Woods is good, and Alexander Rusev is good. But let's be honest here. Handicap matches are very fucking hard to get right. Hell, you're thankful if it's a 3-star match 98% of the time. It's going to be an interesting match, but I think we all know this one's a given. I'm taking Rusev for the win. Alright, now of course the last match I say because it's not only going to be my show stealer of the pay-per-view, I think it's probably going to be the best match at the pay-per-view. Hopefully I am right. It is a triple threat match. Jack Swagger, we the people, with Zeb Coulter taking on Rob Van Dam, taking on Antonio Cesaro with Paul Heyman. Now this all started in the Intercontinental #1 Contender Tournament as Swagger got eliminated. Cesaro would advance to the semifinals, but Swagger cost Cesaro in the semifinals. And then this past Monday, what happens? Swagger and Cesaro cost Rob Van Dam the title match. So it's going to be interesting. Now, of course, I'm sure a lot of people are going to pick RVD because he's got the veteran experience on this. But I'm taking Cesaro, the King of Swing. He's probably out of the three going to get the biggest push this year. He is and it's going to be a great technical match, I think, with a little bit of high flying. Of course, we're all going to be watching Zeb and Paul Heyman as well because we know they'll get involved. This should be a great match. I hope it lives up to what I'm hoping it's going to be. I will say this, though, involving Cesaro's theme song, I'm not happy with it. I actually prefer when he didn't come out to a theme like it was in the 70s and early 80s. Then you give him a theme, and it sucks. I'd have to say he's got the worst theme song this year. So far, you know, I already know we're in April, about to go into May tomorrow. But yeah, I don't like his new theme. I just don't, but that's my opinion. So anyway, I got Hornswoggle, Wade Barrett, Bray Wyatt, Paige, Evolution, Daniel Bryan, Alexander Rusev, and the King of Swing, Cesaro, all walking out of Extreme Rules with a W. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with my picks or do you disagree? And like I said, what is your favorite and least favorite Extreme Rules / One Night Stand match? Now, of course, next time you'll be seeing me will be, of course, when we get back to the NHL for Round 2. And I will be doing the NBA Playoffs Round 2 as well. I didn't get to do the video I wanted to for the first one for that because I injured my leg, as many of you know. So yeah, by the way, the next WWE pay-per-view, by the way, just in case if anybody wants to know, it is WWE presents, believe it or not, Payback, which will be in the Allstate Arena. So yay. We'll be going to the Allstate Arena, children. Oh yeah. And by the way, I'm already looking at the pay-per-view card coming up for WWE. Yeah. After Payback, of course, Money in the Bank, they'll be in Boston. Yippee. Anyway, this has been the DOUG signing off saying have a good day, enjoy the weekend coming up, enjoy Extreme Rules, and until next time, I'm out of here. Have a great weekend, folks. Woo!